I was going to say, let's start that again. He, she's, they, and all those who slay. The bloodline keeps growing. GCW may be changing homes, and TNA isn't slowing down. Welcome to Kicking Out 2. I'm Michael, and with me is the Baroness of Banter, the Sultan of Side-Eye, and the People's co-host, Tori. Ma'am, I'm not going to ask how we're doing. Just screw it. We're done. Appreciate you for joining. We're out.
She really just did the whole...
They didn't hear any of it. Like I can't. I gotta start from scratch, right?
We're 30 minutes in and we've gotten nowhere.
Nothing's done. We're just gonna fly right past that first story. The first story, Zilla Fatu. They're saying he's officially signing. He'll be there soon, and then we'll have like the 7th game of the 9th inning of this Bloodline story, and we don't care. That's kind of where we are.
I will acknowledge him every time. I will never yeet. I would fight with Jacobs in the ring, but beyond that, I don't care. I just don't care.
You would Fatu if he's in the ring? I don't think you can do that in public.
I would say Fatu with the crowd like they do. Like I'd do it. But
say Fatu. Okay. Yeah. I thought we were talking about something that might get us on the list somewhere. Anyway, Extreme Chick already joined back in.
You trying to get me to leave already?
Extreme Chick already joined back in. Thank you so much. Got a couple other people watching here. Drop in the chat so I can appreciate you being here. Stampede is popping back in. Zilla will be Roman's cousin number 862. Yeah. He's going to be the big family tree PowerPoint. He's going to be like written in marker on the bottom right hand side.
He's going to be that brother Daryl and that other brother Daryl. That's what this is.
This is Fatu and Fatu.
That is a really old reference that a lot of people aren't going to get, and I'm sorry that I'm old.
It's okay. So yeah, we're just going to go right past that story. GCW may be finding a new home. They are pretty much the biggest thing left on Triller currently. But MyAEW seems to be bringing up all these independent promotions and making it part of their platform. GCW is in talks to do it. Brett Lauderdale confirmed discussions have happened with AEW regarding them also going to MyAEW. He revealed he's only spoken directly to Tony Khan once, and it was just a brief conversation at a UFC event. So maybe not, but still, if they leave, Triller's pretty much dead. That's as far as pro wrestling. They've got other stuff on there. Like I don't know if you know that, but like wrestling is just one side of it. But the wrestling side of it, I mean, in that case, it's dead in the water. I don't see it staying around much longer if they get GCW to go with them.
I agree.
I was going to say, I don't know if you want to reiterate what you said.
No, that'd be a huge get. It'd be a huge get. And Tony, I think it was the press conference, the press call before Forbidden Door. Somebody asked him about buying the libraries, and he's like, I'm not trying to buy them. Yeah. If you're not trying to buy them and you're just giving them a platform,
yeah,
that's using your money for the right thing.
Well, and it goes back to what we said way back when. I don't remember how many shows ago it was, but we talked about being able to partner with other companies, and that if WWE was smart, they would do that. They would partner with these companies. You send some of your lower talent there, people that don't. It doesn't matter if they win or lose, which happened. Like we'll talk about the GCW event that just happened this past weekend, because it's one we both watched for Bring to the Table, and like AEW was in there, and they used like Leo Rush. Leo Rush can go in there, and he ended up winning the match, but he could lose that match, and nobody would bat an eye about it.
Oh, yeah, he's the ROH TV champ, too. And especially to Shotzi. Yeah. Like, nobody would have been upset about Leo jobbing to... It's not even a job. Yeah. Doing the honors to Shotzi, who is on an incredible independent run. So to act like him losing to somebody is a bad thing... No, it would have been fine. I mean, that match was... We'll get to it, but that match was fucking incredible. Am I the only one that thinks this whole Tony D'Angelo thing with the eye is stupid?
It is. I thought we were going to end up, and we might still at this point, we might end up having an eye for an eye match like we had a few years ago with Ray and Aleister Black. I could see that possibly happening. I don't know. All I know is he's a main eventer, and I don't care. There are some other things that happened with GCW though as well. Lauderdale confirmed they have contracted a number of events that must meet with Triller itself, but can go over that with them as far as a later thing. He said that GCW still has great relationship with Josh Barnett for the old Bloodsport stuff, and maybe possibly seeing about another Bloodsport at some point. However, he said that Bloodsport existed before Barnett, and he thinks it probably will after Barnett. I don't see why not. You could tie someone else's name to it who's also MMA or some sort of fighter like that. It would be just as well. Hell, Natty was a big proponent over the last couple of years of it. Make it Natty's Bloodsport.
Shayna.
Yeah.
Put Shayna's name on it.
Oh, Shayna. Yeah, Shayna's a good one too. Shayna Baszler's
that's her
Bloodsport.
world.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's so many other people that can do it. Josh doesn't want to do it. Cool. There's a lot of other options.
Yep. During that interview, he also gave some shout out to Shotzi. We were just talking about Shotzi and doing the honors for her and all that stuff. He did say that the person lately who's been reminding him a lot of what Matt Cardona did on the Indies as far as making himself a predominant person for the Indies is Shotzi. Shotzi's definitely doing that. She's going multiple promotions, different areas, basically fighting anywhere and everywhere she can. So absolutely wonderful for her being put in that same position. I would assume that means Lauderdale's probably going to keep her around GCW as much as possible, because obviously that's a big name attached to you. He said he also still talks to Allie Katch regularly. She hasn't been seen on GCW for a while, but he still has contacts with her. Effie is also going to be taking some time away from GCW. What's that?
Allie Katch lost a loser leave match.
Yeah.
But
I mean, story's a story.
We can get around that.
We'll get Grande Cacciarino here in a couple of weeks, and that'll be where we go.
It'll be Allison Cacciatore.
There you go. It'll be an Italian mask. It'll be a white lady pretending to be an Italian lady, pretending to be an American lady. I don't know. Apollo Crews. We had this news set up to happen, and then it happened at Slammiversary. But Apollo Crews was in conversation to go to TNA, and then Slammiversary, he showed up in TNA. Apollo Crews left WWE after 11 years with that company. Reports indicated that TNA had internal interest in him immediately to bring him in. At Slammiversary, he returned under his original name, Uhaa Nation, which was good to see him go back to that. I decided to deep dive a little bit because I never understood the name. I thought maybe it was like it was his catchphrase. Maybe it was a group. No, he was just Uhaa was the first name, Nation was the last name. It was his name. That's cool. I never knew that. But he debuted as one of Mustafa Ali's mystery challenger. The other one was Rich Swann, or someone that says they're Rich Swann, because that looked nothing like Rich Swann. I don't know what adding a goatee and shaving his head did, but he looks completely different. But it was good to see him in there. He's running all cylinders. I think he'll do good in TNA.
Rich, are you talking about
Uhaa Nation? Yeah, Apollo.
Yeah, he'll be fantastic. Rich Swann wrestled Mustafa in, was it GCW?
I don't know.
It may have been a different. It was an indie show I watched not too long ago, and the Rich Swann showing, he fucking killed it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and after the show, like after the match, Mustafa was like, "Y'all need to get on your feet and applaud this man, because the demons that he's overcome to be standing here now." Because apparently it got really bad after he left WWE.
Well, yeah, they had those charges that came up about him having domestic violence against his At the time, I think they're still together now, but at the time, his partner, too young, um, that ended up being nothing, I guess. I don't know what happened with that in the background. I kind of stopped following that, but yeah, apparently he got really into a dark place because of all that, losing his job, having his issues with his partner, all of that really got him down. And so yeah, he came out the other side of it, and that's great. It's amazing that he's in a prominent role now. Is that he's being able to put himself out there in TNA. Maybe not the biggest company to be in right now, but still one of the bigger companies that he gets to be a part of. Um, I can think of like one other situation that was like similar to that. I don't remember his name, but you remember the guy that they tried to put with New Day for a minute? Um, Odyssey. Is that his name?
Alex Jones.
Yeah. Very similar situation. Like some charges came up. Come to find out they were trumped up, but he never returned from that.
Once they with the WWE especially, once they make that decision, they're not putting you back on TV because the backlash will be way too strong.
Yeah. Which, I mean, we say that, and then Brock Lesnar's on our TV every week, but that's neither here nor there.
Because they're never going to give up that cash cow.
I was right. Anyway, so we finally got to see like Uhaa Nation. You do think he's going to be a good role in TNA?
He'll be just fine.
Yeah.
He'll stay. I'm not going to say you couldn't put him main event there. Did Nick Nemeth win the title?
Yes.
Okay, that'd be a hell of a match.
Heck yeah.
I mean, we know what they can both do.
Yeah, I was going to say, first of all, Dolph can wrestle a mop, so the fact being in there with Uhaa Nation absolutely would be an amazing match.
Yeah, you could easily put him into their world title picture. You could put him in any title picture, and you're fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't hate it.
Last week, Fightful also talked about there was pitches for a new title, which we got announced this weekend. We are now going to have the TNA Women's Television Championship, which they are going to start off with a tournament. Now, the tournament is so cool because, again, like we talked earlier with AEW, and they're just kind of working with these indie talents. TNA is working with indie people to fill out this roster. Here's the brackets that we have. It got announced today. I'm going to read one side of the bracket. Maybe we can talk a little bit about each match as it goes along, and then we'll talk about the other side of the bracket, which I know you're excited to talk about, and we'll get there.
Okay. There's one match I'm going to react to extremely.
Yes. So on one side of the bracket, we have Indy Hartwell versus Vicky Venuto. We have Harley Hudson versus Thea Hale, which the fact that Thea Hale's in it already made me happy about this. I'd love to see her getting an opportunity. Hopefully she's narrowed down her 12 different gimmicks to one gimmick by then. We have Elena Black versus Wendy Chu, which Wendy Chu recently lost the Evolve championship and has started being very cryptic. So we might be getting another personality change for Wendy, which would be kind of fun. Maybe she can mix in with Demon Money, that type of world, maybe. That'd be kind of fun to see. And we have M by Elegance versus Rosemary, which I'm ecstatic about. I think Rosemary deserves all the championships. Her and Bunny just won the tag championships over the weekend, so I'm really glad that happened. But I'd love to see her go pretty far in this until the finals, because the finals, I already know who I want to win. On the other side of the bracket, we got Jada Stone, who's facing Alicia Edwards. That's going to be a great match. We'll have Jody Threat versus Gabby Forza, which the fact I just saw her name on there and I'm like, oh my God, Gabby's getting a shot in TNA.
Now, to be fair, Bear works there.
Yeah.
If anything was said and somebody was like, who do we put in this? He went Gabby.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Because if you want to see somebody advocate for their partner, that's the man. That man is a role model to men everywhere.
Yeah. So, I mean, Sometimes
I
nepotism is a
saw
good
that
thing.
and was like, I saw that he had tweeted that and she had, and I was like, why are they both? I hadn't seen the draws, and I pulled it up and looked at it. And was like, fuck yeah!
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing to see her name on there.
I know full well you're going to clip that reaction of mine.
So Jody Threat versus Gabby Forza. We got Mara Sade, which Sade's killing it.
Killing it.
Absolutely.
Killing it.
She's going against Tasha Steelz, which I think
that match is going to be fucking incredible.
It's going to be great.
If you want to talk about people that got let go that have done some of their best work,
yeah,
Jakara Jackson, Mara Sade has absolutely done it. She is fucking killing it in everything she's doing, not just in the ring.
Oh no,
out of the ring, backstage segments, all of it.
Yep. And then the last one on the other side is.
I don't even have my microphone sitting up here. Like, it's way back here. What the fuck?
I don't know.
What am I doing?
We're all sorts of out of it today. We also have Heather by Elegance facing Allie.
Who?
Heather by Elegance is facing Allie, which that'd be a fun match. I do love Allie. Allie is very much, and I don't say this in a negative connotation, but she's very much a Stacy Keibler wrestler. Like, she's good. She's not going to go out there and have a 5-star match. She's good though.
I honestly, I don't think you're giving Allie enough credit,
and I may not.
I'm a big Allie fan. That woman can go.
She can. I've seen her go in the past.
She's one of those people that can get in there with anybody, and it be a quality match. It may, like you said, it may not be a 5-star banger.
Right.
It is going to be a quality match.
Well,
Stacy Keibler, as much as I loved her for numerous reasons as a young person, was not that.
See, I thought Stacy was a good hand. I think it's the other way around. Then I think you're not giving Stacy enough credit.
I think I'm giving Stacy more credit than she probably deserves. Her and Tori Wilson were not great in the ring. Let's just be 100 with everybody that they had in the ring with them.
And now we're gonna get a lot of hate from the Tori lovers.
I love Tori Wilson. She was an absolute sweetheart. I love Tori.
She was great.
I don't hate Tori, but to act like she can get in there and go with Jacqueline is complete crap.
Not many people can get in there and go with Jacqueline.
But that too. But I'm just saying, they could not get in there and go with the women that had trained forever,
right?
Compared to the time that they apples and oranges.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they weren't fun. I'm not saying they were bad. I'm just saying they were not on that level.
Yep. All I know is I'm shooting for Rosemary versus Gabby Forza to be the final. That's what I'm wanting to happen right now. Stampede agrees with you. That says Tori was not good, but he spelled it your name. So are you saying our Tori's not good, or
didn't I beat him on point taken the one time times I was there?
Bobby says Mari Sade is putting in the work. She absolutely is. Yeah, no, I'm hoping that's the final. I want to see that in the final. I want to see Gabby Forza and Rosemary just beat the shit out of each other.
That'd be amazing. Okay, what's next? Was there more matches? What's next?
Oh no, that's it for that.
Okay.
So that's the tournament that's going to happen. Obviously, when they happen and all that, we'll get to that. It is TNA, so we'll find out probably in the next 6 months when that's going to happen. Chad Gable, he had an interview and he talked about his new entrance. In his new entrance, he has a clapping motion that he's doing. He does say that is coming from something of personal use. WrestleVotes reports that the entrance is connected to Minnesota. Apparently, it's a Minnesota football thing. The clap that he's doing. Here's the thing. I'm not a big fan of it. However, in the crowd last night, there was quite a few people doing it. So maybe it'll catch on. I don't know if it's going to be the new Yeet, but it might catch on. Okay. All I can think of is like 80s hair bands, because that's what you did.
I feel like Journey should be playing, or Mr. Shoe's going to come out and see what song they're doing from what Journey song they're doing next. Like,
Instead of
what
that
do we do?
broken rock music he's got playing, it just goes dust in the wind.
It's just okay.
Anyway,
If Chad likes it, he thinks it's great. Cool.
Yeah. Here's where the significance kind of happens, because from here you can kind of connect some dots and see some things. SummerSlam takes place at US Bank Stadium. Viking fans perform the famous skull clap that he's doing. Maybe they're beefing Gable up for a big Minnesota match at SummerSlam.
He's going to have a match, and I'm guessing it's probably going to be for like the IC title with Penta.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Which I'd be fine with him getting it. He's deserved the title so many times. Not only that, but he does my second favorite move of all time, which is the Chaos Theory.
Chaos Theory?
I love that damn rolling German.
Wait, that's your second favorite move of all time? What's your first?
Cattle Mutilation. We talked about it today.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Chad Gable winning a title? I know that's right.
I know that's
shout out to Sasha. This was my birthday gift. Appreciate you.
We might have a new shirt then. What?
What did you just say?
I said we might have a new shirt then.
Nice.
I might have to throw that up there. I've already got a new idea for another No Cell Nation t-shirt, which, by the way, I'm wearing our No Cell Nation shirt right now. It's very comfortable, very soft. Looks very good. Made by Laura, famous AEW and other company merch maker. Buy the shirt.
Buy the shirt.
Raw could make history before WrestleMania. So in all the years, a go-home Raw has never happened outside of North America. They were talking about right now the go-home for WrestleMania being in the O2 Center in London. So, we petty as fuck.
Y'all can run the O2, that's fine, because guess what? Where's All In? It's at Wembley.
I love Petty.
I watched Raw. I did.
What'd you do with your
I don't
other?
know why, but I did.
What'd you do with the other 2.5 hours?
The amount of fast forward. First of all, I adore and love the Street Profits. They should never be allowed to sing again.
That segment was just weird. Because first of all, the stuff they were adding in didn't fit with the song. So I don't know why we were adding stuff in.
I just don't. Just no. To be clear, I cannot sing. Not acting like I could carry a tune in a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
You can hand it to me, still gonna drop that bitch. But I'm also not trying to do it on national television.
Yeah, here's the thing. For those types of segments, I'm fine if you can't sing. I'm fine with that. It's literally like, so Joe's doing the song and he rhymes something with Brock, and then they say Lesnar, which doesn't fit in the timbre of the song, doesn't fit in the meter of the song. It's not rhyming anything they said in the song. Don't just add random shit. I get, because we got Paul that says Lesnar. Like, I get it. I get the funny of that, but it doesn't fit in the song. Why are we doing it? Stampede says, I read the Raw rundown and it made my head hurt. Then the SmackDown rundown made my head explode.
Those are both 100% fair.
Yeah, absolutely. There's little things that I loved about it. There was the segment where Maxine walked by Chad and decided she was going to have a little talk with him, which then caused more tension between her and Theory. And now we're kind of getting that ball rolling. Okay, I'm good with this. I personally, I would have done something different, because apparently, like, now everybody's out of the division. What I would have done, since everybody seems to be injured in the division at this point, what happened between him and Paul Heyman slowly turns him face. I think we're turning Maxine heel, and that's where we're actually going with it. I would have flipped that at this point. Get him to being a face, have him be with Maxine for that. They can turn heel together later, but like to me, if a heel manager did that to a heel, that should be a turn for that heel. Someone needs to turn in that situation, but that's just me. So anyway, if they do that in London, I said doo-doo, it would be the first time that a Go Home Raw has ever been held outside of North America. So
I hate you because I thought this.
Interesting little fact. We are off the rails today.
We definitely are.
Last little bit of news. It is official. Big Bill has asked for his release.
No. He just told them he wasn't re-signing.
Well, yeah.
When his contract ends at the end of the week.
Yeah.
He didn't ask for his release. He still worked there.
Fair enough. He's basically said he's not going to come back. All reports from Fightful are saying that he has been talked to by WWE. The plan is to bring him back in. We've known this for months, though, because they've talked about Enzo coming back in, rebuilding the tag division and all this stuff. Doing that and letting go of the guns, or the Motor City Machine Guns, and letting go of New Day, and we're going to rebuild a tag division. Anyway, so yeah, it does look like he is officially coming in, though. So got the ball rolling on that. Enzo and Cass will do great. Like I don't dispute that. The crowd right now loves to chant and they love to sing, and they basically American wrestling fans are turning into European wrestling fans, just not doing it as well. And so we're gonna see that. Like they're gonna come out there. He's gonna do the shtick, talking on the mic. They're gonna repeat it. It's gonna be a thing. So that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I just have a problem with you wanted to bring them in to build a tag team division that you already had a good tag team division, just never used. When's the last time we saw Fraxium doing a tag match? And they are possibly the best tag team of last year.
Yep.
Is what it is, though. All right, that is all the news for this week, which is good because we need to hurry up and wrap this up because we got started way late.
I'm not in a hurry. I ain't got shit to do.
So we're gonna do. Oh wait, we're gonna do a wonderful thing that we ask every single week. Earlier today on our Twitter at Kicking Out at 2PC, we paid tribute to the last LGBTQ mention that we're gonna do for the month. We've been doing them daily, every day this month, and we have left the comments turned on. Fightful, you cowards. Because let them come in their comments. I don't give a shit.
To be fair, I understand why they do. They don't. Like, I get it. Bowens was like, open them. I don't give a fuck.
Well, and I think honestly, most of them would say that. I think most of the people that they're doing it, they're also not doing it daily though. We did on every single day. Just saying, which means we're at least 3 times better than Fightful. Going on record. Anyway, we this one for the last one we did for a trailblazer, someone who is very important to the community because he was really one of the first former wrestlers, we'll say, because he was already kind of retired at the point that he came out. But he officially came out. Chris Kanyon, which is the patriarch of the name of this show. We always love it. Who better than Kanyon? Everybody. Absolutely wonderful person, but he didn't get nearly the acceptance during his career that so many wrestlers enjoy today. They enjoy going back. We hear it all the time. I've seen so many tweets that replied to ours and quoted our tweet saying that he was one of their favorites. And he was one of mine too. Like him as Mortis, first of all, I was a big Mortal Kombat kid, and so that appealed to me. I loved Glacier. I don't know what people's problem was. I think that was a perfect time for Glacier. Maybe it could have happened a couple of years earlier when Mortal Kombat actually happened, but it's fine. But so it's only fitting then for this segment of Who Betta to be a celebration of LGBTQ wrestlers carrying the legacy forward every time they step into the ring. So this is going to be the last Pride Who Better, and it is current wrestling superstars that are LGBTQ. They had to be active. There are a few that I took off the list that I originally made because they're not technically active right now. Like, for instance, we're not going to have Kid Bandit because he's unofficially retired, so
Right.
got to take her out there. So, all right, number 1, Bear Bronson versus Nyla Rose.
You're such a dick.
I am. Wait till we get further down the list.
I'm gonna hate you by the time this is over. I gotta go with Bear because he's fucking killing it right now. Not as the tag champ, and I'm not taking anything away from her. Her and Nightshade are killing it, but I gotta go with Bear because that man is everywhere at the moment.
He is everywhere. All right. Bear Bronson against the 5-tool player, Anthony Bowens.
Bear. Love Bowens. Quick responses are not indicative because I guarantee I'm going to love almost everybody on this list.
Oh, you will. I made sure to pick. There may be one that you don't really know much about.
Okay.
But he's prominent right now, so I felt like he had to be in it.
Right.
All right. Bear Bronson versus Effie.
I gotta stick with Bear.
Okay. Bear Bronson, Gabby Forza.
God damn it. I fucking knew it. I gotta take my girl. I've got to take Gabby.
All right. So Gabby's better than Braun. We heard the Bear Bronson. We heard it here.
That is not what I fucking said. Don't put that shit on me. I mean, he would probably agree with this, but don't put that on me.
All right. Gabby Forza versus Giselle Shaw. Quintessential diva.
I love me some Giselle, but I gotta stick with Gabby.
Right.
I'm so loving everything I'm seeing from her right now, and the fact that she's included in this TV title tournament just makes it that much better.
All right. Gabby Forza with someone she was recently in a match with, Dark Sheik.
Gabby.
Okay. Gabby Forza versus Aaron Rourke, current Evolve champion.
Love him. Can't even fathom the amount of hate he's getting for no fucking reason. But still Gabby.
Okay.
Have you seen the end of NXT?
I have not.
Tatum lost to Kalani. Got attacked after the match by Nikki Blackheart.
I mean, if you're gonna start,
God damn,
that's a place to start.
She's a fucking beast.
She is, absolutely. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because I want to see her debut. Absolutely.
She fucked Tatum up too.
Gabby Forza versus Kiera Hogan.
Kira's such a sweetheart. She was on a heels call and she was so good. I gotta stick with Gabby.
All right. Gabby Forza versus the last one, Max the Impaler.
Max, they are fantastic. I gotta stick with Gabby.
All right. I kind of figured she would probably run it, either her or Bear. I thought either one. Maybe even Nyla, because Nyla's ran it a couple of times already this month. But whether they're breaking down barriers or on national television or they're tearing it up on the independent scene, each of these wrestlers are helping shape the future of professional wrestling while unapologetically being themselves. Thanks to pioneers like Chris Kanyon, today's generation can stand a little taller and a little prouder. And now it's time for you to decide, since Tori has now decided. Who better? Leave your stuff in the comments. We're going to go ahead and forego all the mid-rolls today, just so we can kind of get through this. So we are going straight into... Now it's there. Bring it to the table. Bring it to the table. Me and Tori both watched GCW's America's Most Wanted. It was a wonderful, wonderful event. GCW continues to be the buffet. They have hard-hitting wrestling, death matches, lucha libre, indie standouts, surprise mainstream talents popping up on the show. Talent virtually from every corner of wrestling show up for a GCW event. This one was definitely part of that as well. We'll kind of just go through these real quick. I'll get your opinion on what you thought the match, how you thought the match was. The first opening match was KJ Orso and Sam Stackhouse. Wonderful team, by the way. Love those two guys. Versus Cowboy Way, which is One Called Manders and Thomas Shire.
Great match. KJ Orso just gets better every time I see him. The Silver Tongue Savant, which is a great fucking name, by the way.
Absolutely.
Has yet to let me. I mean, I was a fan of Fuego. Love what he's done since. I'm excited to see them when they come to town.
Absolutely.
So excited to see him.
I love Stackhouse. Like as a fellow big dude for most of my life, like seeing a big dude that can do the stuff he does, Jesus Christ, he's so good.
Speaking of, sir, I need you to tell the people what you told me on Sunday. No,
hold on,
it's a big fucking deal.
I understand that. I was specifically waiting for a number. Okay. But if you're going to put me on the spot, then I'm going to go ahead and do it. So, about 3 months ago, I got really concerned for the first time in my entire life about my health. And so I went to the doctor, which I hadn't done in 5 or 6 years. And just kind of got everything checked out. Got my health checked out, got my weight checked out, had a couple of things body-wise that it was concerning. Got those looked at and got all that taken care of. In the course of that, though, obviously my weight was a problem. I weighed in at 352 when I was there. Day before yesterday, sorry. I weighed myself and I am at that point was 302. I have lost 50 pounds in the past 3 months. I'm not going to say it's not because of the medication. The medication thing with me is a little different because I'm not taking a GLP-1. I am taking 2 medications that are like the same as the pill together. So I don't know. But a lot of it's just like I've been counting what I eat. And that's my thing has always been I have an unhealthy relationship with food. My father was a finish what's there. We're not going to waste any of this food. And so at the end of the meal, he would always grab whatever pan or whatever pot and he would finish it out. And so that's always been in my head of I have to finish it out so we don't waste this food. I didn't realize after now counting calories how much I was overeating. It was a massive amount. But I'm here to tell you, for anybody who wants to hear from still a big dude, I'm not going to say I'm small, and nor do I think I'm going to get too small. It's not as hard as we put in our heads to make it. I ate pizza yesterday because it still fit in my calories. I just have to be cognizant of what I'm eating. So like instead of getting the Detroit style with all the sauce and all the meat and all that stuff, now I get a thin crust with tomatoes and peppers, and that's it. Like, and it's still good, and I still like it. It's still pizza. There's not really a bad pizza, well, except for there's some cardboard pizza out there. And if anybody disparages Little Caesars, I swear to sweet Jesus, those little square pizzas are fucking good.
Look, I grew up on Baby Pan Pan. We're not arguing that. Go ahead.
I used to be at Kmart all the time because they had the little shop in there. We would go there to buy some shit, and I'd be like, Mom, I'm going to go in there and eat.
Baby Pan Pan and an icy was like $5.
Right. Miss those days. Anyway, I thought this was a great match. I love Cowboy Way. They very much remind me of Stan Hansen, JBL back in his Cowboy days, Blackjack Mulligan. Very much just hard-nosed cowboys. I love that gimmick from them. Plus, Wanted was their entrance theme, which I know wouldn't, like, you couldn't get away with that on like an AEW or WWE, but that was cool. I love that song. It's a big part of Supernatural, um, which is a big deal to me. So I absolutely love it. I was surprised with the next match, Haley J, Hollywood herself versus Joey Janela. Um, uh, Here's the thing, my love for Haley J is still there. I do question the fact that we're doing Power Slap now because I think we've said numerous times on this show how stupid we think that is, because you're just asking for a concussion. But still, though, in the ring, though, she was very good. She had some fun moments at the very start of it. They were mimicking that they were going to fight, and then she turned around and shaked her ass, knowing that he's with somebody.
First of all, he's with Megan Bain.
Oh, I know.
Hollywood trying to get her ass beat, apparently.
Which, hold on, because the thing is, Megan Bain shows up in GCW all the time. Please give me that match. Give me Haley J versus Megan Bain in a heartbeat. But yeah, no. So she did that. He teased it a little bit, and then basically flipped her off, and then they had a great match. Like it was a fun match. Joey Janela is so entertaining. I've fallen in love with him since he's left AEW. I didn't understand him in AEW at all, but this gimmick that he has is to me, it's more fit for the indie scene. So I'm loving it. They still brought up all through commentary that it got beat by a 14-year-old. I love that that's the shtick of we're just going to keep beating that into the ground.
Look, first of all, Brody Lee Jr. is a beast.
Yeah.
Fucking killed it. Joey carried him through that match. I'm not about to act like Joey was not the MVP of that match.
Oh, for sure.
Carried him and made him look like $1 million fucking dollars. That boy, when he signs his first contract, owes Joey Janela a fat ass fucking steak. Because that first contract's gonna be fat as fuck too.
Mm-hmm.
This match was so much fun.
I mean, doesn't he technically already have a contract?
Unofficially, he can't sign it till he's 18.
Yeah. But no, yeah, it was a fantastic match. I do have one question for you. So I don't know how much Haley J you've seen before. I watched a lot of her after the OVW documentary because I really enjoyed her character and all that. Do you feel like Haley J is ready for a bigger spotlight than what she has right now?
I think she needs to deal with the power slap first. Be done with that because that's not a positive to a lot of people.
It's not. It's one of the, like, when XFL first happened, like they first came out, the scramble at the front of because instead of the kickoff, what they would do is they put the football in the middle of the football field, and two dudes would run head on into each other to get the ball.
And that lasted 2 weeks because the second game or first game, one dude got his collarbone shattered.
Yeah,
because they hit so hard.
Yeah, it was just it's a dumb idea. And so when I saw power slap happening, that's the first thing I thought. Was like, you're just going to give everybody concussions. Like you're open face to this person, letting them slap you as hard as you fucking can. No, that's dumb. Don't do that. I do think her character could be prominent though, for like if she could get past that. I think her character could be something really fun on a national TV level. I think probably more a WWE side than an AEW side. But that's just because I feel like they can sensationalize her a little bit more than AEW probably
They can, and their connection to Dana White and blah blah blah. I honestly think she would do better in AEW because she can still do the independents.
I mean, that's valid. You get more opportunity.
To me, that is a huge selling point.
Mm-hmm.
And you do with her what you do with Maya World and High End. Yeah. Which we still need to talk about that match too.
Either that or have Monet start a little faction, because she'd fit right in with Mercedes.
Yeah. Yep.
The whole CEO gimmick, Hollywood gimmick, like it fit right with each other. After that, we had Armageddon, which is Gringo Loco and Vengador. I hope I'm saying that right. Versus Iron Kid and Resplendor. I didn't really care about this match, to be quite honest. I do like Gringo Loco.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Gringo Loco. I fast forwarded through this.
Yeah. I like Gringo Loco. He's another big dude who does things that big dudes shouldn't do. So he did a lot of like on the rope work and all that, and it was good. I'm not saying it wasn't, but it didn't catch me. He was in a match a couple of shows ago that I really enjoyed him in. So maybe it was just because we're in a tag match. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But I wasn't a big fan. Anyway, after that, we got the GCW World Championship, Atticus Cogar versus Hook, which was built up from the last GCW event. Hook coming in trying to get the GCW Championship. Amazing match. Hook's good. I do wish he would do more. And I just mean that as in, like, he does the same shtick he'd be a great WWE wrestler. What I mean by that is he does the 5 things, and that's what he does, and we don't go outside of that. So I know he can do more. So just do some more. Like, have some actual wrestling in there. I will say though, he did a Joe Nope spot, which was fun. The fact that he
was
did
great.
that.
And the crowd chanted Joe, which was funny.
Yeah. They mentioned Red Rum a couple of times, which obviously, like, they were talking about his WCW background, his bloodline, basically, of him being Taz's kid, which was nice.
WCW.
Yeah. But Stampy says, put Produce by Orange Crush on your promotion watch list. We were just, I think when you couldn't hear us, we brought up Produce.
Right.
Definitely going to be one thing that I look at. We are also going to talk about a new promotion at the tail end of this, because I have 2 things for bringing to the table. The other one is what's going to happen this weekend. Anyway, great match. Obviously, Hook wasn't going to win it. Because has been on this tear of being this great world champion, which I think probably is going to eventually end up with Nick Gage, which I'm not a huge Nick Gage fan, but I think that's where it's going to end up.
My biggest problem with Atticus is he has the same thing. The skewers come out every match.
Mm-hmm.
The doors, like, throw in a wrinkle. It's the same thing with Hook. Throw in a wrinkle. Shock me. Yeah. Shock me by throwing in a wrinkle.
I will say, though, the skewers being put on his head and then him getting T-boned, I was afraid he was going to hit head first and we're going to have something bad.
I thought about that.
GCW Tag Team Championship, Busta and the Brain, Alec Price and Jordan Oliver versus Butcher and the Blade. So lovely alliteration for this match.
Which commentary mentioned a couple of times. Yeah. It was pretty fantastic.
Which side note, like, I'd never heard Busta and the Brain's entrance. The fact that they literally ripped off Pinky and the Brain, because they said one's a genius and one's insane during the entrance.
Yeah.
That's okay. You just completely ripped them off too. So you're gonna get something from Warner Brothers and from us. I've already contacted some lawyers. The Brain is proprietary information. It was a great match, though. Obviously, the Brain is ironically enough the bigger of the two, and so there was a nice little standoff between him and Butcher, which was a lot of fun. Blade's always great in the ring. Love seeing him work. This had a very like old school tag team vibe, and I like that. I like old school tag team wrestling where everybody's involved and it's all very choreographed.
Very good match.
It was a good match. After that, though, was the match that I was really excited about, and the whole reason, like, when you messaged me and you're like, give me something to watch, and I said this because of this match. Lio Rush versus Shotzi Blackheart, which, just to caveat that, Blackheart Lio Rush versus Shotzi Blackheart, which they played on very much. Shotzi had been saying so much in different interviews with different people how much she loves Leo, and the whole, like, there's a connection between the two because of Blackheart, and so she was so excited to wrestle him. The match starts off and they didn't start wrestling. Leo picks her up like in a cradle position and starts to walk off with her, and so like we're not gonna have a match. The ref then taps him and goes, "No, like you guys are booked to wrestle. You need to come wrestle." So Shotzi says, "Okay," rolls in the ring, and they have a great match. There was a red door that was brought out, which is a common thing for Blackheart Leo Rush's matches. Shotzi went through the red door, which apparently then poisoned her. So she's up on the top rope about to do her senton. Black stuff starts coming out of her mouth. She falls to the ground. Leo's in the corner, like confused at what's going on. But then you see like a light bulb in him and pointing at her. Like he realizes what's happening now.
And then he pointed at the door.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is such good storytelling.
Yeah. It was so fun. And so come to find out that now she's poisoned. And so they're both Blackheart now. I want to see what happens to her next. Like, is she gonna is she gonna keep this? Because I'm down with that. Blackheart and Blackheart.
I am hoping we start getting some of the same thing, but not completely the same. But some of it. Mexico just scored for anybody that cares about the World Cup.
All right.
But yes, this match was fantastic. They are so good in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
She is absolutely killing it.
So Stampede mentions, Leo, it's fine. The rain, he's here. The chickens, which that's the one I want to bring up. Him talking about Briscoe in the little promo when they let him out of the bag. Have you seen that? So you got the conglomeration there. There's the three of them.
Oh, no. This happened Sunday night.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
So there was a little backstage thing after the match happened. It was Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong, and they're all standing there talking about like it was a rough day at the office and all this. And Cassidy looks over at Strong and goes, "Should we let him out?" And so then he bends down. And it's the black bag that he was in the match. They unzip it. Leo comes out and he's like, the rain. They hand him the umbrella. And he goes, it's fine. Where's chicken? Just that popped me so hard. He was just, where's chicken?
I am just, some of these things they're doing are so good.
Yeah. Well,
if he's not the one doing this, like if he's not the creative behind this, whoever it is killing it.
I would bet that he is. And that's just because he was already doing this kind of version of this gimmick on the indies. Leo is one of those, he didn't make it in WWE. And I think he didn't make it in WWE because he's too creative on his own. Like
they're creative at stifling, and it's something they've all it's been talked about.
Yeah. Like rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. I think Bray Wyatt, if he would have ever went to AEW, it would have been a whole other game. Because he would just let him run. Tony would be like, do whatever you want to do. Same thing he did to Matt Hardy when he was in there. Like, just do whatever you want. And so he did the whole broken thing over there too. And like, it was amazing with what he did over there.
That match at the Hardy compound was incredible. And that was all Matt.
Yeah. So it was a really great thing. Stampede says this is Leo's idea. Yeah. No, it was his original thing. As far as like the little additions he's doing, I don't know. I would think it's him because it just seems to be too coincidental, all the things that's happening. Also, nice little touch. If anybody noticed, the umbrella changed this month to a multicolored umbrella. It was a nice little touch. But it was an amazing match, though. Shotzi's, first of all, she is king of the indies, I guess, queen of the indies. I don't know how you want to say it, but she's killing the indies right now. And so her and him and the story itself, the fact that she's been building it up in different interviews, talking about how much she wants to face Leo because of how great this person is, this thing is. It was a nice build up to that. After that, we had Nick Gage versus Starboy Charlie, which Starboy Charlie recently signed with Evolve, and so this is one of his like final outside of the WWE bubble matches. Again, I'm not a big fan of Nick Gage, but Starboy Charlie and him did have a good match. It was a death match. Starboy was covered head to toe in blood by the end of this, and so it was good by that standard. Then we got to what they considered the main event, which was a 6-way scramble. I like the fact that it almost seems like every single pay-per-view I've seen have had a scramble match on it, because scramble matches are one of my favorite matches to see, just because it's a
There's
bunch
so
of dudes.
much fun.
Yeah, just a bunch of dudes just trying to get pins. You had Otis Koger, Anakin Murphy, which Anakin's cool. Anakin faced Gabby not too long ago. He dresses like Big Stevie Cool, which is like, I obviously like that. He has the like jean shorts.
Who did?
Anakin Murphy. Like, he does the
Yes.
little half shirt, and he does the
Yes.
little shorts. Like, he's just Big Stevie Cool. He's Stevie Richards. JKM, Mr. Danger, which I didn't know Mr. Danger was a thing. Now I'm gonna have to go look at him. Every time they were saying Mr. Danger, I thought Chris Danger was gonna show up, and I was really excited because I thought it was gonna be someone I knew, like popping up in GCW. Slade and Vipress, which, again, we say it every single time. The fact that her entrance theme is Lean Like a Cholo. I love it. This is exactly what GCW fans expect, though. It was just frantic action going on all over the ring, multiple personalities and different wrestling styles all happening together.
I didn't watch this match, to be honest. I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
Some of these matches are just such a clusterfuck. I can't keep up with them,
Yeah.
and it's not fun for me.
Well, so I will say this one you might have enjoyed it had you got to the end, because the whole point of this is, so Otis walks in, he's the champ currently, and he's like, I didn't even want to be here. I didn't want to do this, and so I'm gone. And so he like leaves the title and apparently vacates the title and walks away. So he hasn't been in the match at all. And at the very end, Vipress is about to get the win, and Otis comes back in, screws her over, leaves with the belt. And so I love that story of like, he's like, I'm done, I'm leaving, and then comes back and wins the title. So okay, I'm good with that. I will say, I do hope that when they come here, that we have less like schmozzy endings, because a lot of the ends of these matches were kind of
the
stuff
hook
happens.
One we knew would be, we knew it would be, but Buster and Brain showing up, and they're part of AEW. I'm kind of hoping we get something with them in the ops now.
That'd be cool.
Side note, I just saw on Twitter, Tony Khan has announced AEW Redemption will have an earlier start time, starting at 6 o'clock Eastern, which is 5 o'clock our time. Their pre-show starting at 4 o'clock, or 5, no, I'm sorry, 7 p.m. Eastern, which is 6 o'clock our time. The buy-in starting at 5 o'clock our time. This is obviously while I'm on vacation, so I won't see it till I get back. But because I'm not doing that, I'm not getting stabbed on vacation.
No, don't do that.
Especially this vacation being what it is. So, but I like it. If he's listening to the fans and starting earlier because he likes to run 67 matches in a night, then okay.
Now he just needs
6, 7, so I had to do it.
Now he just needs to listen to the rest of his crew, and they're like, "We want to go home. Stop making us wrestle." Anyway, so real quick, just to kind of do one more thing for Bring It to the Table. This weekend in Los Angeles, July 3rd, T for T Wrestling Showcase. It's the first match for event, for T for T, which is the company that has been kind of rebranded by Kid Bandit. Originally, it was T-Boy Wrestling, I think, is what it was called, if I remember correctly. But she's taken it. She's brought in so many people. I've seen some of the training vignettes that they've done of the people coming in. Some of these people like are brand new, and you could tell just by the training videos that they are brand new to the game. And so the fact that we're going to have established stars, brand new stars, this is going to be a great event. We do already have some of the matches that are already planned, and so I wanted to run through some of those real quick. The The big one that just got announced is there's a triple threat for the NWA Women's Television Championship. Giselle Shaw versus Nyla Rose versus Dark Sheik. That is going to be an amazing match. For anybody that cannot watch this live, I did get verification from Kid Bandit that they are going to have this on YouTube VOD almost immediately the next day. So be able to watch it on the 4th if you can't watch it on the 3rd. Definitely support them the best you can there. But just that alone, though, this new company being founded, having the NWA Women's World Champion, and a former AEW Women's World Champion, Nyla Rose, and one of the largest figures in the LGBTQ community when it comes to independent wrestling, Dark Sheik. She's everywhere. That's amazing to start off.
Yeah.
Some of the featured talent is going to be there, but they haven't said specifically what matches they're going to be in. Richie Coy is going to be there. Anakin Anai is going to be there, and Daphne Wreckage is going to be there. It's already sold out, so obviously, even if you live in California, you're not going to be able to get a ticket to it right now. But definitely watch for the VOD. I guarantee it's going to be great. I've been watching some of Kid Bandit's interviews lately to help prepare, hopefully, for a return interview for her. So I don't want to, rehash stuff that they're already talking about. But absolutely, give it a watch. It's going to be amazing. So looking forward to that. All right. Well, not too much longer than normal. Trying to bust it out quickly.
I mean, whatever. They'll be all right.
Yeah. Thank you for rolling with us. Sorry about all the issues at the start of the show here. We'll make sure to cut it out on the VOD. Catch us on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Blue Sky. Sign up for the Gimmick Table Media Discord. That way you can have great conversation and PLE watch-alongs like we had this past weekend with the Wrestling Buffet. We had all of the wrestling pay-per-views watch-alongs in our Discord. So make sure to join those if you want to watch and have good communication with us. We get to watch it and have a nice little chat. You can open up the chat window. Do turn off your mics, though. It gets very confusing vocally when we're all watching it and people are talking at the same time. So use the chat function. I had to mute a couple of people this weekend just because they started talking. Not that they were trying to have a conversation, but just they didn't mute the mic, and so you could hear what was going on in the background. It was making it a little confusing. So with that, though, we come to the last pop for today. As Pride Month comes to a close, remember that acceptance doesn't have an expiration date. The calendar may flip tomorrow. It'll be July 1st, and we're going to start talking about July 4th and moving on from there. But the respect and the kindness and the dignity that we owe each other shouldn't be limited to just 30 days a year. Wrestling has always been about people from different backgrounds coming together because of a shared passion. So let's make sure that we carry that same energy beyond June. Celebrate who you are, support people for who they are, and leave this community just a little bit more welcoming than when you found it. Because at the end of the day, the best crowd and the best crowd reactions don't come from tearing people down. They come from making sure everyone feels like they belong. Did you have something to say, Tori?
Tuesday or Thursday, we have kind of a big thing going.
We do. And so before we go, just as a reminder, this Thursday we are going to be talking to Nikki Winters, wonderful indie star. We've already got everything ready. If there's any questions that you want to ask, definitely just pop it into our announcements for it, or just DM us directly and let us know what you want asked. And if it's something that we find respectful, go ahead and say that. We'll definitely ask that question because the more information that we could get from her, the absolute best. She's an amazing talent. I think she's going to have a great career once someone on a bigger level sees what she can do. But with that, we are officially kicking out. And in the meantime, and in between time, we will catch you on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Here's the cover. Can he do it? Kick out at 2.
We stand together with pride worldwide.